Hello, I'm going to show you how to replace a channel fader on the Allen and Heath Xone 62 mixer. So when the fader's at the bottom of its travel, you shouldn't be able to hear the music coming through. But on this particular fader, it's got a bit of fault, and you should be able to hear it quite quietly, the music coming through. And I'll turn it up, it's louder. So I'm going to have to replace this fader here. So what you're going to need to do this is a Posi-Drive number 1 screwdriver, that's a crosshead. You're going to need a T6 precision screwdriver, and you're going to need a replacement fader. These can be bought on eBay or other parts stores for between £16 and £22, depending on the seller. So this particular one cost me £21, but that's the kind of region you should expect to pay. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is power everything off and unplug everything. So we'll turn the switch off at the back, unplug that, remove the audio cables and the power cable. Now the next thing to do is to remove the fader caps on the faders we want to replace. So for me that's channels 3 and 4 I need to replace. And make sure you keep hold of these in somewhere safe. So once you've unplugged all the cables, the next step to do is to remove the screws holding the faceplate on. So the places we need to go, we need to remove this screw here, this one, this one, this one here, and that. So a total of 8 screws using the Posi-Drive number 1 screwdriver. So now that you've removed all the screws holding the faceplate down, the next step is to open the faceplate and remove it from the body. Now when you do this, you have to be very careful about the ribbon cables because they're quite fragile. So if I lift this up, you lift from the bottom and turn it up like that. Now, there are several cables we have to disconnect before we can get started. Can you come a bit closer, Thomas? So this cable here we can remove, and also this cable here is easiest to remove from the other end, like that. Now that we've done that, we can place it down on its end. It should sit fairly happily like that. Now that we've done that, we can replace the faders. So once you've got it out, the next thing to do is to remove the fader, the old fader. And to do that, we need to use the T6 screwdriver to unscrew this screw here and at the top. This screw can stay in. That holds the channel in place, not the fader. So I've removed the screws now. I'm going to turn this over, and then on the back I need to identify which of these I've just removed the screws for. So I think it's this one here. You might have to come over to get a shot down looking from above. So it's this board here that I've just unscrewed. So we can lift it out, taking care not to damage any of the pins or to break the cord. Next step, this section here just disconnects like that. Then there's the old fader, you don't need any more. So put this somewhere, don't get confused with the new ones. Okay, so here's my new fader. All I have to do is plug it in, take care to get this the right orientation. There are some marks on there, so it only goes on one way. So we go that way. Now that's on, we have to get it back down. It's easiest if you put the fader in the centre. So if we get this back into the position at the bottom of the, where it belongs. So now I've positioned this in the correct place. The fader will be sticking through on the other side of the panel now. So if we lift it up, taking care to hold it in place, we can see the new end of the fader in here. So I'm going to get my screwdriver and screw in the 2 screws that I've just removed to hold it in place. So now I've screwed these back in again. You can use this, pulling on it gently to get it into the right position. Now I'm going to replace this and get back to you once I've done the second fader I need to do. So once you've finished replacing all the faders, we need to reassemble it. So the first step is to lift it up a bit, and we need to reconnect this one, which goes down here. that's the short one. And the long one connects to the pins here. That's where you took it from. Go on nice and easy, and then you simply lower it down from the top side, watching not to connect any, not to trap or catch any cables in the edges. So now that you've done that, we just need to close up all the screws, and then we can go to test it. Okay, so now I've tightened up all the screws, all 8 of them, being back in place. And now it's to test to see whether it's actually fixed it or not. So now when the fader is right at the bottom of its travel, we can't hear any music, even though we have the headphone output turned all the way. And as we slide it up, it gets louder. So that means at least channel 3 has worked. Now let's test channel 4. Okay, so that's plugged in now. So let's turn it up. Yeah, so that's worked as well. Let me get out there. And we can't hear it at all when it's all at the bottom. So that's been a success. So last thing to do is put the caps back on. Now that I know I'm not going to have to open it again. Okay, so the caps are back on now. Works perfectly, and that's a great job done.